Hello, Steve White, Trick Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I didn't really do a review for the last very short treks because I just couldn't deal with whatever that was. I just did my reaction, that's it. But the latest episode of Lower Decks, it wasn't great, but I'm here to do a review anyway. It sort of had the same sort of issue, I think, with the Orion episode, where they had a real opportunity to do some world building, but apparently this show, the creators of the show aren't really able to create anything new. All they're able to do is just regurgitate and reuse things that were already used in Star Trek. That's all they seem to be able to do. They don't seem to be able to build anything new. And even when they have, say, a race like the Orions or the Ferengi that we've seen before, that we've seen a lot of, there's been a bit of world building, at least with the Ferengi, we saw their own world. They weren't able to really add anything to it. It's very disappointing. Now, this episode was called Parth Ferengi's Heart Place or something. It's complicated. I had to look at it twice, like, okay, that's what it says. Basically, the Ferengi want to join the Federation. We know they do join the Federation by the third, well, in Star Trek, in Discovery's universe, future timeline. It's such a mess now. In one reality, the Ferengi are part of the Federation, so whatever. But so they send some people there, and they don't do much with it. They have Rutherford and Tendi pretending to be a married couple, which, I mean, I'd like him to stay like unattached so I can project onto him because he's my like animated boyfriend. So I don't like him having anything to do with Tendi. They should just be friends. So that didn't really appeal to me. And they had Mariner hanging out with her Ferengi friend and just her bragging about her rebelliousness and just really achieving nothing for Ferengi or anything interesting. It just was sort of not that interesting, that sort of B story, C story, whatever that was. And we had Leader and Rom back, which was great, but they didn't do anything. I mean, Rom didn't even sound like Rom. Like I wasn't the only person who didn't recognise the voice writer. I thought it was another actor because he just didn't seem to. It's like someone said he sort of seems to have forgotten how to do the character, the character voice, and they didn't do anything. They just negotiated stuff, and they didn't really use them like they could have. They didn't do much with this. They could have done so much more. And we had Boilerma. I know I say his name wrong. Whatever. He was just holed up in like a room watching bad Ferengi TV and getting addicted to bad Ferengi TV and product placement and stuff like that. That of course we are used to in our times, but something that the Ferengi does that the Federation's not really familiar with. And that was really it. Not much happened. Of course, we had that ship. Like every episode shows up and blows up another ship, and it's just becoming incredibly repetitive and weird at this point. I'm like, are they just going to do this for 9 episodes and the 10th episode explain what it is? Or is it just going to be a running joke and then at the end it goes nowhere like Conspiracy or something? Like must be something more happening here with this because it's really strange. But that was it basically. That was the episode. And like I said, they could have done a lot with the world building. They really could have explored the Ferengi world and the Ferengi culture and built on what we already knew, but they didn't really take that. And what I'm taking from this and the Orion sort of example is that they just don't really have the ability to create anything new. All they do is just jump into what's already established and play with it. They know Star Trek, but they're not able to create a new Star Trek or do anything with it. So that's sort of a limitation with this show. And when they're just dealing with just playing with Star Trek, it sort of works. But when they have opportunities to create new things and to expand on stuff and they don't, it really stands out. So that's it. That's my review for both of them. This is, I mean, the other short trek was a mess. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Tindy was like trying to compliment the crew, but then she just insulted them and they were just acting crazy and being stupid. And they had Sulu back, but not George Takei's voice. And then they were just doing a band and they got blown up. And it just was nonsensical and ridiculous. And I just ended up like that's. So let's see what they do next week. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.